I'll never forget the sound of her fork hitting the plate. Sharp, metallic, final. Thanksgiving dinner had always been a ritual of humiliation for me. My parents praising her, belittling me, pretending it was all love. But this year was different. This year I came armed with silence sharper than a knife. She was halfway through her glass of wine when she asked the question. So, what do you even do these days? Her voice laced with that old familiar condescension. Still wasting your life. The table chuckled. My father grunted approval. My mother sighed at my wasted potential. I just stared at my plate, letting them believe I was still the family disappointment. But my silence wasn't weakness. It was a fuse. My sister Claire, golden child, perfect daughter, the kind of person who could commit cruelty and call it honesty. She'd spent a lifetime sharpening herself on my back. I remember once when I was 12, I came home with a drawing I was proud of. She snatched it, ripped it in half, and laughed as my father told me, "You'll never be as gifted as her. Stop trying." That was the rhythm of my childhood. Her smile, their praise, my silence. She wanted it all. Attention, love, validation. And she got it. I was nothing but the backdrop to her. Spotlight. But greed doesn't stop at affection. It grows. It consumes. And when she discovered I had something she didn't, that's when her mask cracked. It wasn't supposed to be me. That's what my parents always made clear. Claire was meant to inherit the world. I was meant to survive in her shadow. But the irony of life is that shadows sometimes move in silence, gathering storms no one sees, while they mock me for being quiet, for never measuring up. I was building. I left home at 18 with nothing but contempt in my veins. I worked jobs no one in that house would ever lower themselves to touch. I listened. I learned. I invested. By 25, I hit a break. A startup I backed exploded. Then another. Then another. My bank account swelled to 8 figures. 15 million. Mine. And nobody knew because I didn't want them to know. Not yet. I kept the mask on. I let them believe I was struggling, pathetic, drifting. I showed up to holidays in cheap clothes, let them sneer at my failures. I let Claire roll her eyes every time I opened my mouth. And all the while I was planning. Thanksgiving dinner was the stage, the turkey, the wine, the fake warmth. It was all kindling. All I needed was the spark. Honestly, Claire said, swirling her wine. I don't know how you even afford rent. Dad and Mom have done everything for you, and you just keep wasting it. My father smirked. My mother shook her head in disappointment. I bowed mine. I let the sting settle into the room. I made them believe I was cornered, broken, defeated, and then I whispered, "You really want to know how I afford it?" Her eyes lit up with cruel curiosity. "Please enlighten us." I pulled out my phone, laid it face up on the table. A bank app glowed on the screen. Balance 1,534,791. The room froze. Forks in midair. Glasses paused. Claire's smile collapsed. My mother's face drained white. My father's jaw locked as if the very sight stole his breath. I let the silence stretch. I wanted them to drown in it. Then I Lean back, voice calm, almost casual. I've been busy while you were busy. Mocking me. Claire snapped first. This is fake. You're lying. She grabbed a phone, scrolled, her fingers trembling. Every number was real. Every transaction. Verified. She slammed it down. This isn't fair. I'm the one who deserves. This, you can't. Her voice broke into a scream. Tears cut black. Streaks through her mascara. Her perfect facade shattered. The golden child, reduced to a jealous, shaking mess. My mother reached for her, but Claire shoved her hand away. He doesn't deserve it. He's nothing. He's her words choked into. Silence. She realized too late. The more she screamed, the more naked her greed became. And my father, he couldn't speak, not a word. Just sat there, eyes wide, crushed under the weight of truth. He couldn't deny. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't gloat. I just stood, pushed my chair back, and straightened my coat. Funny, I said softly. How quiet you all get when the disappointment turns out to be the only success at this table. I left my untouched plate behind. I didn't need their food anymore. I didn't need their approval, their love, or their lies. The door shut behind me, with finality that rang louder than Claire's screams. That night I sat alone, in my apartment overlooking the city. Millions at my fingertips, silence in my veins. I realized something then. Revenge isn't about shouting or fighting, or proving yourself. It's about patience. It's about letting them build their own pedestal, then pulling it out from under them with a single gesture. My family destroyed me with favoritism. I destroyed them with truth. And the beauty of it, I didn't have to lift a weapon. I just showed them who I really was. The silence did the rest.